Choose your own path. And today we are going to make another Wompa lair. So this was the Wompa lair that I made out of styrofoam, and I coated it with plaster. Also, these are the supports that I used. I got a tauntaun hanging upside down with some blood gooing out there, a little bit of a bone. That's not the right Skywalker, but I'll be getting one soon. And I ended up just putting a saber in there, and of course Han is just hanging out on the top. So today I'm going to show you bringing it down, a little bit of an odd kind of a position, but it's okay. So what I have is a 3D printed part. It's really a nice model. The only problem that I find with it is the spikes, the icicles that are coming down are very thin. They snap off easy. So what I did here was I coated them with some, again, plaster, so it helps them out. And then the top piece here, I had to make my own because I snapped them, but that's okay. So it fits. They're they set up to fit nicely on top of each other, and there you have your Wompa lair. Now this piece is a lot smaller than mine. It still fits the diorama pretty well. Your Wompa stands here. It has a lot of room on the top to cover him, so he goes in. The only thing that they didn't put on, or he didn't put on this, was some foot pegs to add so you could hang your Luke Skywalker upside down. Also, I had to make my own little spikes on there just to give it a little bit of a difference on it. It's still a little bit damp. I mean, this takes a good 24 hours to dry, which is good. But what I wanted to show you also was when I do this, now the top is dry itself. Now what I like to do is take some, I should have had this out, I had some Mod Podge. I'll put it back. So yeah, I'll take some Mod Podge. It doesn't matter what kind. This is a matte. And what I'll do is I will cover the base and all of the spikes, and that will help it be more solid, because they're, like I said, it's very, very easy for you to snap these off. And when you work on a diorama and you've taken your time on it, it's kind of a pain in the ass if that happens, and it does happen. So I will I'll do this and I'll be back. All right, you guys, so kind of jumped the gun on it. Again, didn't video it, but it's not much of a process of it. The top was glued to the bottom with epoxy. I ended up priming it, and then what I did was I took some blue acrylic paint. No, it's not acrylic, sorry. It's an airbrush paint. And I mixed it with some white, and I blended it together, and you can see the blue. Where's the blue? You can see the blue inside of here. I blended it so that it would kind of mix together. It's not like just patchy blue. So that was done. It's got some weight to it, which is good, which you want, because pretty solid. Characters fit fairly well, or they fit very good, I should say. So if you wanted to put your characters in there, like so. Now, the only thing that I want to do next, is on the top here. I'd like to put some sort of, I had a couple ideas. One was just to take some plastic, sort of bend a loop to it, glue it up there or melt it in there, and then you could have your character. I don't have my character with me, but we use fucking Dan here. Glue them on there like that. Not glue them, but have them hanging, so you could use, a good character if you wanted to, or whatever. If you had a beater character of a Luke Skywalker, another thing you could do is drill little holes in here and put in those little tiny magnets and then put a magnet on the top here, and then he would stick there, and that would work too. It would work pretty well. Yeah. So another thing I want to do is I printed a little tauntaun and I cut his belly open. He's gonna go somewhere in here, and we're gonna glue him down, and then we're gonna put some hot glue in his stomach, and then have it spread out, and then put some red on there and make it look like it was his last victim. This is not a playset that you can Kenner made. This is basically a playset that someone created, and then you can modify and do what you want with it, and then go from there. I mean, obviously, you know, I can show you here. It looks very clean, but then again, depends on your printer and your settings. Because if you can see here, where is it? Sort of like up here. I don't know if that comes out clear to you guys, but you can see the layer lines. Now, one of the things you can do with that is add either more plaster or wood glue, put it on there, sand it down, you know, repeat, rinse and repeat, I guess. But to me, it's the back, so I'm not too fussy with it. Again, the spikes, the icicles, very brittle, so when I work on them, I do use resin and I put them on there. They still would snap if you touch them the wrong way. You know, it goes to say, I added a lot of the texture to the top of this. His was just more rounded, flat, you know, sort of like what the top looks like. You can see all those little grooves. His was sort of like that. Again, you know, once you purchase the file, you do whatever you want. So I just wanted to make my own with the help of this other person. This is a great looking playset, Wompa lair. It's fairly big. I mean, compared to what I made, which is, okay, so this is his, and then if you can see what I made out of my styrofoam, mine's a lot bigger, a lot longer, a lot taller, which, you know, this is us being creative, doing what we want to do. So I will continue with this and show you when I put the Wompa back on it, and then with the tauntaun, and then hopefully I can be getting my characters. I'm getting, you know, I'm getting a good Luke Skywalker from the hot set from my buddy Scott, but it's not here yet. And I do have one. It's an original, but it's placed up with my other characters, and I didn't want to use that, so he offered to send me a beater, and which is great because that one is, like I said, that I could maybe drill a little tiny hole, get a magnet, stick it in his foot, put it up there, and that'll be part of this playset. It all depends, you know. It's up to you, up to me, up to anybody. Anyway, let's go. All right, so guys, we're done with this diorama. So you can see I put a tauntaun, I split his stomach open, I put some hot glue in there, and then put some red inks that goes with blood. I added my own pegs or round hoops that you could hang your Luke Skywalker upside down. I said Luke Skywalker, not walk weird, whatever I said. And then I also took a piece of cotton ball, put it in some plaster, and it's hard as a rock. Dug a little hole in there, and if you have a lightsaber, you could put them in there like that, so it gives it the, you know, sort of the movie screen accurate thing. That's not the right character. I'm waiting for the one to come in. I think I said that before. Now, the thing is, I cannot sell this file, and I cannot even sell the print I bought. I thought once you bought a print, a file, you could do whatever you want with it. The guy said no because he has it in his Etsy shop. So what I will be doing is making my own, and I may end up just creating one and then putting it for sale myself. So if anybody was interested in having them, it does take a while to print, you know, clean up, paint, do all that good stuff. The thing is, the characters will not come with this set. It'll just be the set itself. It's about roughly 5 to 6 inches tall, and about maybe, I think it's about 8 or 10 inches longish kind of thing that we'll be going into. I got a buddy who's working on it, my buddy Vesa. He's always on my side. He always helps me out. We're going to see what we can do. So here we go. That's what I wanted to show you. So unfortunately, this you cannot have because it's not ours, but we'll make one. So let's just say, like we always do, if I could do it, you could do it. Choose your own path, guys. See you on the next one.